Welcome aboard.
Aquaman is the sixth installment of the DC We Have No Superman, We Have No Batman, We Have No Consistency, No Plan, No Idea What We're Doing, Yet We're Still Gonna Act Like We Got Our Shit Together cinematic universe. It's about Arthur Curry being sent onto a quest to face off against his brother and to find his mother. Also to become king or something. Look at what a badass Aquaman is. He's all muscular and buff. This is his second appearance in the franchise, unless you count that one YouTube clip of him in Batman v Superman, cause I don't. What a huge impression he made in his scenes, just kind of standing around there, getting his leg caught in the lasso of truth, and like swimming to Atlantis at one point. That's literally the extent of my memory of his scenes in Justice League. Seemed pretty primed to have a movie around that guy. So with that said, how does Solo outing pan out altogether? Well, I can safely say that this is DC's most cohesive movie since Wonder Woman. I mean, it's one that has an actual director involved, it has a lead character you can understand, it has a beginning, middle, and end. Those are all things that are actually pretty rare for a DC movie to have. Now, is it good? Does it function like a movie? For the most part, yeah, it does. James Wan as a director has a very interesting filmography, but he can at least make something that's somewhat watchable. He's kind of the right director for this kind of project. He knows how to keep an audience entertained, and to keep track of things without falling asleep. But at the same time, those should be basic credentials into making any superhero movie. For in terms of practically everything else, the plot here is the same as any of these goddamn superhero things. We got Black Panther, in which the lead character is the chosen one of the land, but, like Thor, he has to face off against an evil sibling. So it's up to him and female to travel all around the world while having romantic non-chemistry. One thing I'll say right off the bat, Jason Momoa was surprisingly not bad. The most acting I've seen from him before this was Khal Drogo, and in that he just spoke in the ice and fire equivalent of Klingon. His other Aquaman appearances didn't leave me with a very strong impression. He just kinda says his lines and then fucks off. In this, he actually does an okay job carrying the film. He's not great or anything, but he has some level of charisma. Granted, his character's just kind of a dumbass who has to learn responsibility and how to rule and stuff, but he at least has more of a watchability factor than like Henry Cavill ever had as Superman. And despite the surplus of talent they have, every other actor is just kind of whatever. They say their lines, they do what they're told, they just don't really bring much personality to their roles. And it looks like I'm turning into Dr. Seuss. So I initially thought this movie was set before Justice League, as it establishes that Aquaman is only known by a few select people, and there are some major news sources who doubt that it even exists. And I thought that makes sense from the standpoint that this is an origin story, but then when Amber Heard appears, she mentions stuff about how he helped stop Steppenwolf from taking over the world, and I'm like, wait, so the events of that movie did happen? Okay, so why do so many people not believe in him? He helped save Russia or whatever, and quite possibly the world by defeating an alien. So some rednecks at a bar know about him, but not CNN? So most of the movie is Arthur and Amber Heard going around on this fetch quest together, and although they're obviously set up as love interests, they don't share any actual chemistry at all. I mean, the rose eating scene was kinda cute, but their whole interactions consist of Arthur being an idiot and her correcting him. When they do their big damn kiss in the movie, instead of it feeling earned, it felt more like, oh yeah, I guess they did forget to do that. Gotta fill that quota somehow. Like, for comparison's sake, the relationship between Wonder Woman and Chris Pine felt natural, and there was a connection there, while these two are just The reason for their fetch quest is to collect all the MacGuffins to overthrow Evil Brother off the throne. The Evil Brother character is basically Loki, except Loki actually had a character, and this guy's a sack of wood. You'd think from all the notes DC is obviously taking from Marvel, they could have one-upped them by making their villains more memorable to begin with, instead of waiting 15 films before eventually getting it right. But nah, they're still learning. Oh wait, there's actually another villain in this movie, and he has no reason to be here. He's Black Manta. He has beef against Aquaman for refusing to save his father, which is kind of on him to be honest. So he plans to get revenge on him, and at one point comes across the Atlanteans who give him all this gear to fight with. They have a battle in Sicily, which results in him losing, but then he's just gone from the movie after that. No, wait, he appears in the mid-credits teaser, and that's it. You could have cut this character out of the movie, and literally nothing would be different. Why is this 2.5 hours long? A movie about Aquaman is 6 minutes shorter than Avengers Infinity War? The music's nothing special either, except it features a new rap single by Pitbull titled Ocean to Ocean. Here's a small sample from it.
Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. I bless the rain.
If you feel as flabbergasted as I was listening to this for the first time, why would you be? I mean, Aquaman, Pitbull, Toto, it all adds up. I actually heard this song before seeing the movie, so I assumed that maybe in the context the song would make sense, like maybe it was Arthur's favorite song growing up or something. Well, when it actually happens, it plays for 10 seconds as soon as they land on the Sahara Desert, and then it just disappears after that. Huh. You know, despite how I'm just kind of ranting about stuff here, I don't have a hatred for this movie. I honestly can't hate it. I can easily call it bad, but I can't hate it. And I think the reason is that for all the unoriginality, for how homogenous it feels, it's clear what it's set out to do. It's trying to just be pure junk food entertainment made for the mass public to consume and rank in the dough. The Fast and Furious movies do the same thing, and this is from a director on that. I have no reason to utterly despise something that knows what it's doing and is succeeding at what it's doing. And besides, there were a few parts that I did get genuine amusement from. Some of the action scenes, such as the house in the beginning and, as pointless as it was, the rooftop scene, were kind of fun. Not any of the CG fight stuff though, the ones that look like actual environments. There are also some really weird ideas that I liked, such as a fucking crab war that happens for a minute, a scene where their boat gets eaten by these weird zombie fish things, and a giant sea kaiju voiced by Julie Andrews. She's not in Mary Poppins, but she is in Aquaman. So if you really want to have a good time at a superhero movie, go see Spider-Man first. But if you have already, then I guess you might as well mosey into Aquaman. It's loud, it's dumb, but you might have fun. And if this is the current direction DC wants to go, then fine. It'll at least give them a consistent identity that separates them from Marvel. 4 out of 10.
Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land that you understand. Ocean man, the voyage to the corner of the globe is a real trip. Ocean man, princess of the tan man, imbibed by the sand, soaking up the thirst of the land. Ocean man.